Stop me if this sounds familiar. Every year, around September, you start to coast. The weather cools down, holidays sneak up, football season kicks in, and man, there's been some great games so far, but with all that, you tell yourself, I'll get back on track in January. But here's the problem. January never saves you. You make a resolution, maybe stick to it for a few weeks, then fall right back into the same old habits. That's why 90% of people never actually change. And let me be real with you, the last 4 months of the year are where most people lose the most ground. They eat more, move less, spend more money, and by December, they're deeper in the hole than they were in August. And it's not just wasted time, it's regression. That's why something called the Great Lock-In is blowing up right now. It's not hype, it's not a trend. It's a mindset shift. From September through the end of the year, you lock in on your goals with laser focus. Fitness, finances, discipline. Instead of coasting through the season of distraction, you use it as your launch pad. I know, September's already over, but it's never too late to start. This isn't about Gen Z. This is about you. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s. While everyone else is letting themselves go, you can separate yourself. Because if you can dominate during the hardest season to stay disciplined, the rest of the year becomes easy. Stay locked in, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Step by step, brick by brick. The season of slippage. Here's the reality. The last 4 months of the year are dangerous. I call it the season of slippage because this is where most people lose everything they built earlier in the year. Think about it. September hits and people say, I'll lock back in once the holidays are over. But what actually happens? They start skipping workouts. They grab fast food on the way to the game. They eat and drink their way through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. By the time January comes around, they've gained 10 pounds, racked up credit card debt from overspending, and destroyed the momentum they worked so hard to build. And then what? They make another resolution, say the same things they said last year, and expect different results. That's why most people never change. They think discipline is something you start on January 1st, but discipline isn't seasonal, it's daily. Meanwhile, the clock doesn't stop. These 4 months are nearly a third of the year. If you waste them, you're giving away 120 days of progress. Do you know how much you could transform in that time? You could lose 15 to 20 pounds of fat. You could put thousands into savings. You could rebuild a routine so tight that nothing could shake it in 2026. That's why the Great Lock-In matters. It flips the script. Instead of letting the season of slippage drag you backward, you use it as the exact season to separate yourself. The Lock-In Blueprint. If the season of slippage is where most people lose, then the only way forward is to build a system that doesn't let you slide. I call it the Lock-In Blueprint. This is how you turn the rest of the year through New Year's Eve into the most productive stretch of your life. Step 1. Anchor your health. The holidays revolve around food, drinks, and parties. If you don't set boundaries now, you'll get swallowed whole. That doesn't mean skipping every gathering. It means building non-negotiables. For example, hit 10,000 steps every day, no excuses. Train at least 3 times a week, even if you're traveling. Keep protein high, even if calories go up. These anchors keep your body progressing, even when life gets chaotic. Step 2. Control your environment. In Japan, they practice harahachi bunmi, which means to stop eating when you're 80% full. You can steal that, use smaller plates, slow down while eating. Say no to second helpings unless you're truly hungry. And here's the big one. Limit liquid calories. Alcohol, soda, fancy lattes. These are silent killers that undo your work faster than anything else. I promise that drinking a Coke Zero is just as good as a regular Coke. You won't be able to tell the difference while watching your favorite NFL team play. By the way, comment your favorite team after the video. Step 3. Build momentum outside the gym. The Great Lock-In isn't just about fitness. It's about stacking wins everywhere. Use this time to cut down debt instead of adding to it during holiday shopping. Start a side hustle, refine your craft, or clean up your home environment so it supports your goals. Progress in one area fuels progress in all others. Step 4. Stay accountable. In Japan, they have the Metabo Law, mandatory waist checks every year. Why? Because accountability prevents slippage. Build your own system, weigh yourself weekly, log your lifts, or set up check-ins with a friend who's also locked in. Don't just try to stay disciplined. Create systems that force you to stay disciplined. The lock-in blueprint isn't flashy. It's simple, but it's exactly what separates the 10% who finish the year stronger from the 90% who don't. Crossing into January. Here's the real question. How do you want to cross into January? Most people limp into the new year. They're heavier, more tired, more stressed, and they've lost whatever discipline they had. January 1st comes, and they're already playing catch-up. That's why resolutions fail. You can't expect to climb out of a hole you've been digging for 4 straight months. But imagine this instead. You lock in from now to December. You control your food, you move daily, you stay disciplined while everyone else is sliding. You show up for yourself when most people are distracted. By January, you're already leaner, stronger, and sharper. You're not starting fresh, you're stacking on top of months of progress. While everyone else is writing down goals they'll abandon in 3 weeks, you're already living yours. That's what the Great Lock-In is all about. It's about refusing to waste time waiting for some magical reset. It's about using the hardest season of the year to prove to yourself that discipline works in any season. Because if you can stay disciplined when the world is full of excuses, football games, family gatherings, holidays, endless food, and staying disciplined the rest of the year feels easy. You've built the habits, you've built the system, you've built the mindset. So ask yourself, are you going to drift through the end of the year like everyone else? Or are you going to cross into January already ahead, already building the life you said you wanted? Lock in now. Build the habits, brick by brick. No shortcuts. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to comment your favorite NFL team. See you in the next video.